Welcome back to another episode of Tales of Olympus, the podcast where we dive into the wildest, most dramatic, and sometimes just downright unbelievable stories from Greek mythology. I'm your host, Ariel I. If you're new here, welcome. You just joined a community of mythology fans who love hearing these stories retold in a fun and modern way. In our most major topic today is about Zeus's constellation and his sort of love interests. And yeah, that's literally pretty much it. And today is going to be literally amazing. This episode is packed. But we will not be having a constellation corner, but it's for the greater cause. Deep into the king of the gods, Zeus, and his most personal constellation stories. So you see, it's really for the greater cause. But don't worry, we'll still have the golden artifact. And today is about Ganymedes too. We're talking about a prince, a giant eagle, a jealous queen, and the stars that watch us every night. Let's get into the story then. Scene: Mount Ida, near the ancient city of Troy. The grass is green, the sun is warm, and a young prince named Ganymede is just hanging out with his sheep. He thinks it's a normal Tuesday. But on Mount Olympus, Zeus is bored. So sorry. Excuse me, guys. That was so funny. I just had to put it in here. Anyways, Zeus looks down and sees Ganymede. He doesn't see a soldier or a king. He sees a high score in beauty and grace. Zeus decides he needs a new cupbearer to replace his daughter Hebe. But Zeus doesn't just walk down and ask. He transforms. Suddenly, the wind picks up. The sheep start panicking. A shadow covers the entire mountainside. Ganymede looks up and sees Aquila, a golden eagle whose wings look like they are made of lightning.
Ganymede of Troy, the earth is too small for you. Your destiny is in the clouds. Do not fight the wind. Embrace it.
And with that, the eagle dives. The talons grab Ganymede, gently, because Zeus doesn't want to hurt his new prize. And they rocket into the sky. They fly so high, the air gets thin and the stars start to show up in the middle of the day. This is the birth of the Aquila constellation, the bird that serves the king. And now, we are going to talk about Zeus's most powerful disguise, Taurus, the bull. This isn't just a farm animal. This is a high-score undercover mission. Zeus fell in love with a princess named Europa. He knew if he just showed up as a god, he'd scare everyone away. So he turned into a snow-white bull with horns that looked like a silver crescent moon. He mixed in with Europa's father's herd. Europa saw him and thought, "Wow, that's a legendary-looking bull." She climbed on his back, and bam, Zeus took off. He swam across the entire Mediterranean Sea with her on his back until they reached Crete. "Wait! Where are we going? You're a bull! Why are you swimming like a dolphin?" said Europa, clearly panicking.
Don't worry, princess. You're riding with the king. We're going to find a continent.
Because of this mission, Zeus put the front half of the bull in the stars. When you look at Taurus, you'll see Hyades, the bull's face, and the Pleiades, the 7 sisters on his shoulder. It's a massive constellation that proves Zeus is the master of the stealth hack. And our next constellation is Cygnus, the swan. This is secret agent form. He used it to visit Queen Leda of Sparta. It's a beautiful constellation that looks like a giant cross flying across the Milky Way. Ancient astronomers call this the Northern Cross. The brightest star is Deneb, which is one of the corners of the Summer Triangle. Even though it's light years away, Deneb, the star, is so bright that it shines like a sort of huge sun in a room full of candles. Zeus used the swan form to keep things quiet, but in the sky, he made sure everyone could see his glow. And now, we are looking at Lyra, the small but mighty constellation next to Cygnus. That is the lyre of Orpheus. Well, really, the golden lyre anyways. But after Orpheus died, the Muses asked Zeus to protect his instrument. Zeus sent his eagle, Aquila, to grab it. The brightest star is Vega. Vega is super important because 12,000 years ago, it was the North Star. And in another 12,000 years, it will be again. It's like a safe point in the sky that Zeus keeps for his favorite musicians. And every time you stream the 1AIG, you're playing that modern version of the celestial lyre. Heh heh heh. And so that's it for the major part of this episode, and we still have the golden artifact. And today's golden artifact is the legendary Master Bolt. Since we're talking about Zeus today, it only makes sense for me to talk about his best weapon. It isn't just a piece of lightning. It's a 2-foot-long cylinder of high-grade celestial bronze, capped with god-level explosives at both ends. Well, really, it's just lightning. But this was the first weapon ever to be made by the Cyclopes in the fires of Mount Aetna. When Zeus held it for the first time, he used it to defeat the Titans and take his throne on Olympus. Legend says the Master Bolt makes a hydrogen bomb look like a firecracker. It can melt mountains, vaporize entire armies, and it's the reason the stars stay in their places, because they're afraid of the BAM. This is the ultimate admin tool of the universe. If you see a shooting star during this winter, or any time at all, that might just be a spark flying off the Master Bolt. And that's it for today's episode. And I'm heading back and going to sleep now, so yeah. My name is Ariel, I'm 11 years old, and I hope you have a great winter vacation as well as I am, and I'll see you next episode. Bye!